Greetings, fellow action figure connoisseurs, and welcome to another episode of Digital Caveman Presents Surprise Thursday. I, as always, am your host, the Digital Caveman, and today the surprise is from Valaverse, the Action Force Special Ops Gear Pack. Let's get into it! Let's begin our Spec Ops with a look at the packaging. And here we have on the top Valaverse. Warning, don't stick things in your pie hole that do not belong there. And Action Force. And that nice diamond plate in the background. Action Force, some nice artwork on the front here. Special Ops Gear Pack, 14 and up, Valaverse on the bottom. Small print, fine print, legalese print, made in China print. A barcode, Valaverse, don't give it to the babies, and Action Force. On this side, some nice artwork. And on this side, a background of that diamond plate and Action Force. Then on the back, shows the contents of the box. Scan for additional Action Force products. Cut and save action points for future promotions. You get one with this. Valaverse.com. Follow Valaverse on Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube. Valaverse. That, my friends, is a look at the packaging. Let's take a look at the gear pack. And here we have handy dandy tweezers just in case we need them. And we probably will, because there's some small bits here. First up, let's take a look at the muzzle flashes. There's this bigger one with a post. You see the post right here. It's made out of a translucent plastic with a bit of paint apps on it, and it looks pretty nice. And here we have a small one with a post on it, and again, same material, same paint. Or I say it's paint. The paint might be on the inside. And then we have a ported one, and you can kind of see that there's a port in there. And it's a medium-sized blast, I guess, and made out of the same material with the same colors in it. Let's see. Next up, we have his little neckerchief piece, or a neckerchief piece. And let's see, here we have an antenna, and I'll show you where that goes in just a bit. And then we have a pistol molded in black plastic with a nice silver paint app there across the top. And here we have a knife molded all in black plastic. We have some thigh ammo pouches. We have 3 ammo magazines. They're all the same. And they have some nice molded detail in them, molded in black plastic. And again, there's 3 of those. There's 2 more of them, and they're all 3 of them are exactly the same. Next up, we have the rifle. Nice molded detail, all molded in black plastic. It's got that nice silver paint app there. And let's see what else we've got here. Here we have his belt. It's got a holster on it. It's got a couple of clips on it, and they don't remove. They're molded into it. And then we have this nice silver paint app for what looks to be maybe a multi-tool of some kind. So that's pretty cool. And here we have the vest. Has nice molded details on it. It's got some spots here for patches and whatnot. It's got a nice paint app here for this carbiner. Sheath for the knife, a tactical sheath, by the way. There's a pouch on there, it's not removable. And 2 ports right here. 2 mushroom pegs right here. And that's how it attaches. Not the easiest in the world to attach either. And then here we have CB radio. Or I say CB radio. Probably some kind of military radio. But this is where you attach the antenna. There is a little, it's hard to see here, but there is a little port right there. And the thicker end, I do believe, is what goes in there. And it ain't the easiest to get in there. It's pretty tight. But just apply a little bit of gentle pressure and maybe it'll go right on in there. Maybe a little bit of twisting. It's going in there. There we go. I think maybe that's got it. But it ain't the most stable, and it could break off, you know, fairly easily. Especially putting it in if you're not careful putting it in. And that sounded weird. But you definitely don't want to break it off. So there's how that works. And now we have this helmet, and it has several pieces that you can use on it. And first up here is an earpiece with a mic on it. And you can see it's got a peg back here on the back. And there's a port on the back of the helmet. And I think I just broke it. Maybe not. No. I didn't. Whew, close call. So you can do it like that, and then you can put the earpiece on the other side as well. At least I think that's how it goes. That looks appropriate. We'll see when we put it on him. The mic seems a little bit high though. Maybe it's a little bit adjustable. And then you can put that on the other side, or there's like an armor piece, hard piece, and it clips in the same way. Port in the back, but it does a port on the top as well that it clips in with, or ports in with. So, or you can do armor pieces on both sides, or you can do earphones on both sides, headset on both sides, I mean, rather. So, that just looks like it sets up too high. I don't know. Maybe it's just me. Maybe it's Maybelline. So we'll pull those off. And like I said, there's pieces for opposite sides. Only the headphone on the opposite side does not have a mic on it. Now, for the last piece, it's his night vision goggles, and you can put them on one of 2 ways. There's a square port right here in the helmet, and then there's a square post here, and when he's not using them, you can port it up like that so that they sit on the top out of the way. Or when he is using them, you unport them and then flip them over and port them in the other way, and now he's using them. Well, that, my friends, does it for a look at the gear pack itself. Next up, my friends, we have the Special Ops Trooper with his head removed, just so we can have a little bit more ease of access with stuff. And I pulled the vest out first, but that's really not what I want to start with. Let's start with the belt. And the easiest way to do this is probably just to heat it up and pop the torso off. Not the bottom torso, but like the top torso. But I really don't want to do all that. So you can... It takes a little bit of time and a little bit of patience, but you can scoot it up his legs. And like I said, it does take some time and it does take some patience. So I'm going to work on that off camera so y'all don't have to lose your patience with me. Alright, now I've got the belt on him. And before we do anything else with the belt, let's just go ahead and put the sidearm in here. And it fits right in there, and it's snug. So that's very good. Next up, let's put the ammo pouches on him, and it's pretty much the same deal. I don't really know if you could pop the leg. You could probably use heat and pop the leg off and get it up there, but it's not horrible to get this on here. You just have to work at it a little bit. It's not quite as difficult as the belt, but again, just take your time, be patient with it. You don't want to rip or tear anything. And again, it might take you a little bit of time to get it on there, but there you go, just like that. And I hope y'all saw that, because I wasn't really looking at the camera, unfortunately. I was looking at what I was doing. But once you get that on, you can take the Amazon. You can take the ammo magazines and just slide those right in the pouches there. So there's that part. So next up, let's see if we can get the vest on him without a whole lot of trouble. But before we do that, I'm going to take a look at this antenna. Alright, and as far as the antenna goes, that's about as far as I can get it in there. So, I don't know what's, if the hole just ain't deep enough. I was hoping it would at least go up to this first line here, but it doesn't seem to want to do that, so. If you have better luck with it, let me know in the comments. So, just slide one side of the vest on his arm, then get the shoulder straps over his neck, and just take this strap and port those mushroom pegs in there. And again, it's not the easiest thing in the world, and you have to have a little bit of patience with it. And I'm not always known for having the best bit of patience. And you may even have to have your handy dandy tweezers to help get that in there, because they don't really want to go in there. So let me do that off camera. Alright, there we go. I've got it on there about as the best that it goes, and it's not bad. It does poke out just a little bit where the seam is there, but it's okay. And then antenna falls out, and you have to line the ports up, especially if you're going to put some type of backpack on him. That piece might actually eventually even need a little bit of glue. So then the next thing that we'll do is sheath his combat knife right there in the tactical holster. And I'm not sure if that's in there right side. Let's see if it fits better this way. No, it fits better the other way. So, blade facing the carbiner and the pouch. So, that works better for me. And then take his neckerchief if you want that on there, and then off screen I will pop the head back on. Alright, now he has his neckerchief on. Next up, let's take a look at his rifle and just slide the ammo magazine right in there. And I have on him right now 2 trigger finger hands, so I may have to swap that out in a bit, off camera of course. So there's that, and he can just hold that. And now lastly, I don't know how I'm gonna load out the helmet yet. Let's go with the headset, because that kind of makes more sense, doesn't it? So, got the headset on there and the night vision goggles. We'll just slide those down there, and that mic lines up a little better than I thought it did. So, and there we have it, my friends, the Special Ops Trooper with the Special Ops gear pack. It's time for my favorite part of a review: comparisons. And here we have the Valaverse Action Force Special Ops Trooper with Special Ops Gear Pack with the Valaverse Action Force Steel Brigade and the Valaverse Action Force Big Bad Toy Store exclusive Night Ops Steel Brigade. Here we have the Valaverse Action Force Special Ops Trooper with Special Ops Gear Pack with, from the G.I. Joe Classified series, from the 2-pack, the Steel Core Male Trooper, and the G.I. Joe Classified series regular release Cobra Trooper. For our final set of comparisons, here we have the Valaverse Action Force Special Ops Trooper with Special Ops Gear Pack with, from the Marvel Legends series, making his cameo appearance, Stan the Man Lee. From G.I. Joe Classified series, the Hasbro Pulse exclusive Regal variant Cobra Commander. From Star Wars The Black series, the Archive Edition 501st Legion Clone Trooper. And for a 7-inch scale comparison, from the Masters of the Universe Masterverse line, the 40th Anniversary He-Man. For final thoughts on the Valaverse Action Force Male Special Ops Gear Pack, I have to say, I do think this is a pretty strong pack. It does have some issues with it. One being the antenna. It doesn't like to stay in place. The port for it just isn't quite deep enough, I don't think. But, you know, maybe I can put a little bit of glue on it and it'll stay. If I don't know. We'll just see. Maybe I can drill the hole out a little bit. Make it a little bit deeper with a very fine drill bit. But I do wish this pack had a leg holster instead of leg ammo pouches. I really would have preferred that. But that being said, there's nothing wrong with the pistol, you know, the sidearm on the belt. It makes more sense for an urban type, I suppose, rather than a soldier type. But I think soldiers wear them up that high now too. But I think the majority of them wear them on the leg. But I could be wrong. I'm not up to date on military specs, so this could be a very popular option, or it might not be. I don't know. But overall, I do like this pack. I wish the headphone pieces pegged in two places, just like the armor pieces for the helmet. I think that would really have helped this kit out a lot. And again, the port for the antenna, the radio antenna, did need to be just a tad bit deeper so that the antenna would stay, you know, it would be sturdy in place rather than it is a little flimsy in place. So there is that. So if he falls off the shelf or falls down on the shelf or something like that, then that piece could very well go missing, and probably will. But again, overall, I like this set. I do think it adds value to your basic figure, and of course you have to pay for that value, but I think you understand what I'm saying. It's a good addition to this figure if you just have the basic one. And, well, I guess if you had it, you have just the basic one, but that's beside the point. Anyway, it's a good add to this figure, which, you know, I mean, that's what these kits are for, is to take those basic soldiers and build them up. Or you can swap out these pieces for pieces on some of your other Action Force figures, or, yeah, however you want to do it. But again, I like this set. I think it works well with this figure, and I really like the look of it. Well, that does it for the review. I hope that you enjoyed it. I enjoyed making it. Only support from viewers like you make this programming possible. Each view does count, and I do appreciate each and every single view that I receive. Thank you, and thank you so very, very much for supporting this channel through viewing. If you are interested in supporting my channel further, I'm now offering memberships at various tiers. Click the join button on my YouTube page, or check this video's description for the link and see if any membership offers are right for you, but only if you are in a position to do so. Comment below, like, share, subscribe if you would like to see more content, or just help channel grow, or both, that's even better. And don't forget to ding that bell so that in the future you will be notified as my new content becomes available. That's a wrap, folks. I'll see you next time.